welcome back to Well Played, presented by The Skim. I'm Caroline Hendershot.
And I'm Blake Morgan. We've got a full episode today. Wimbledon is wiling.
Yeah, she is.
Pretty boys of the NFL acting up yet again.
They are also wiling.
Also always wiling. And some updates from the WNBA, but a bigger update is that my good friend, Caroline Hendershot, the next time you see her in this chair, she will be a married woman. Yes,
betcha,
show
baby.
the ring. Thank you. You look like you got married today. You're wearing a lot of lights today.
I am wearing a lot of whites. Wow, I just my tongue just snapped.
Yep.
Wow. I am wearing a lot of whites. You might be asking yourself, Caroline, why the F are you wearing a sweater when it's like 8,000 degrees outside?
I was wondering that.
I know you were, because I can read your mind now. And I will tell you.
Wait. Bad spray tan.
No.
Okay.
But I appreciate you being the investigative journalist that you are. No, I just get very cold in air conditioning. So
oh my God.
I'm
okay.
what do you want from me?
Teased us there. I thought it was going to be a fun.
Wasn't anything juicy.
Yeah.
Wish it was. But yeah, next time you'll see me, I will be a married woman to the sweetest angel on the planet, sweet boy Scotty. Can't wait. Can't believe that it comes as fast as people tell you it does. You know, they say all these things like, oh, enjoy the day. It goes by so fast. I believe that. But like, it comes and goes in a blink, yada, yada, yada. It feels like I've been planning this forever, but also 2 seconds at the same time.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited for it to finally come and to like actually enjoy all of the fruits of my labor,
yes.
you know? So shall be excited.
You're going to eat at your wedding, right?
Oh, hell
Good.
yeah. Scott and I were literally like, I'm so excited to have fun again. And by have fun again, we meant like eat whatever we want and not have to think about fitting into clothes. And we were like, let's go. So we're very excited about that.
And will Scotty be sporting a black tux, a light suit?
You know, my sweet boy Scotty does run quite warm. He sweats when it's 20 degrees outside. So he said, I will not be wearing a tux. And I said, you know what, sir, I'm not going to fight you on that one.
It's your wedding too.
Yeah, it is your wedding. You are allowed to have some say in the decisions. He will be wearing a tan linen suit.
Ooh.
Linen, I'm worried about the sweat, but you know what? It's fine.
It's breathable, but it does wrinkle.
It does, but you know what? It is what it is.
Bring a
at this
steamer.
point. Yeah. Oh, obviously. Yeah. So we're gonna be good.
Okay, and my last question is, what are you most excited for?
This sounds so dumb and cliche, but like I actually am so excited to have so many of the people that I love like in one room together, because that's something that everyone says to you, like, oh, all of the people that you love are going to be together. And it's like, some of these people I haven't seen in a really long time. So it's going to just be so nice to see them. And then for them to meet my other friends, or my family to meet my friends for the first time, that kind of thing. And it's just everyone that knows us really well. So I'm very excited about that.
Yay! Yeah. Okay, well, so Caroline obviously will be next week as she mini moons in Maine.
You betcha, baby.
Don't come looking for her. We'll have a special guest host. Her name is Grady. She will be lovely, and we're excited to have her.
It'll be a banger of an episode.
Yeah, but let's do our last playing the field as an unmarried woman, shall we?
Oh my God, yes. Let's get to it with Wimbledon.
So, it's kind of unhinged this year from what I'm gathering. First of all,
I'm here for it though.
I like a good story where there's lots of upsets.
Yep.
Where the people who you think are going to win don't win.
Always rooting for the underdog, are you?
Absolutely. And I have to say, I didn't know you're going to cancel me for this.
Oh, God.
I didn't know Wimbledon was a grass court.
The
silence that just befell this little studio.
I literally can't.
I just got into sports less than a year ago, okay?
But it's Wimbledon, Blake.
What does that mean?
It's literally one of the most iconic, like...
Of course I know the name. I know her.
Clearly not.
I don't know her body like that.
You clearly not. You clearly don't know her like that. I would say that I think Wimbledon is like one of the more iconic venues in all of sports. Like
all of sports.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I think every oh, cool.
Nice.
I think every sports fan knows. Like Wimbledon, grass.
Okay, well now I know.
Okay.
So I'm an official sports fan. You heard it here first.
Box checked. Yeah. So what is happening, Blake?
Well, I heard that Coco Gauff went out in the first round.
Not just her, but a number of top 10 seeds.
I know, but Coco, she just got off of her Paris win.
I know, but this is kind of what we were saying last week. Sorry that we are
repetitive.
I don't know.
Rebecca's.
I was going to say, That's not what I was going for. I was going to say that we know what we're talking about.
Okay.
Because we were talking about how demanding the tennis circuit is and how Coco Gauff had a tournament in between winning the French Open and then preparing for Wimbledon. And there was like the Berlin Open or whatever.
And also she had to enjoy her win.
And like
she
go
had
on
to
a
do
little
her
press tour.
circuit,
Yeah.
see her man, see her family.
Yeah.
Like,
does she have a man?
she does have a boyfriend.
Oh. See, love that. But yeah, so we kind of were touching on that last week, and it's just like, here is the living proof. Proof is in the pudding.
The proof is in the pudding.
There it is. But Ben Shelton, he is keeping it together. God bless him. He's into his first Wimbledon quarterfinal after beating Lorenzo Sonego in 4 sets, and that's not even the biggest Shelton news this week.
No. So there's 2 big Shelton newses pieces of information. Which is one that obviously I'm sure you all saw the video of Miss Trinity Rodman going goo-goo for her man.
As she should.
I would too.
Yep.
But the look that she gave him, so endearing.
I love
have
it.
to watch it.
Puppy dog eyes.
Puppy dog eyes. Go on Instagram to check it out. But the other news that was more of an accomplishment, I would say, is that Ben Shelton successfully got his sister another week off of work.
Yeah.
She works at Morgan Stanley. Girl bossing her way through life.
As she should.
And he was saying that she has been there through, I guess, all the matches that he's had at Wimbledon. And he's like, oh, she's my good luck charm. Wish that she could get another week off of work, but she's got to go back on Monday. Morgan Stanley.
If any of you know.
Give my girl some PTO.
And then boom, she got it.
She got it.
Yeah.
And he announced it in a video. He like showed her on screen and was like, did they give you the time off? And all, she didn't know where. She just started like jumping up for joy.
Yep.
He said, shout out Morgan Stanley. Easiest PR job they've ever done.
Truly. And also would have made them look really bad if they didn't. And also, I just have one quick question for my own siblings. Where the hell have you been in trying to finagle me getting time off on your behalves? Like, I don't know. Like, why haven't you also made public pleas on my behalf?
It's too bad that you weren't like a 24-year-old girl in 2012 when your sister was at the Olympics.
Yeah, that
would have been cool.
It really wasn't helpful that I was
like,
literally
13?
in high school and like I had the summer off. Like,
Right.
okay, thanks for nothing, Sarah. I'm just kidding. Great job. Okay, one quick note I will make on our girl Trinity Rodman. She had a little bit of comments for the Wimbledon broadcasters because she posted on her Instagram story the other day. And it said, quote, for those that don't know me, my name is Trinity, not Tiffany. So clearly there was some.
People call her Tiffany.
I just, what are
Very
we doing?
different.
What are we doing? And then she said, also for Ben's matches, he has his family there as his support system, which includes his dad. My dad's not even in my life, so no need to bring him up during his matches when I don't even want him talked about during mine. It's him and his loved ones moment. Thank you. And this comes after, I think there were probably other comments, but one of the broadcasters said, the girlfriend of Ben Shelton, great soccer player in her own right, the daughter of former basketball star Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you could just say like, oh, and Trinity Rodman's in the box supporting her boyfriend Ben Shelton, who's playing. Like, I don't know. I think there's just like better ways of going about it.
There's no need to bring up the dad.
Yeah. Like, okay, who cares?
Yeah, literally.
She has made her own legacy. You
Exactly.
know? So,
I think calling her out for being a great soccer player makes a lot of sense.
sure.
Keep the dad out of it.
Yeah, also, like, you just clearly don't know that relationship between her and her dad. You clearly don't know that.
But how could they not? Because she's spoken about it so much at this point. I feel like.
'Cause-
She's very open about the fact that she does not fuck with her dad.
Well, clearly they're not Call Her Daddy fans. And that's all I got to say about that. How dare you?
Not part of the daddy gang.
Nope. Okay, so we love all of that. Meanwhile, Naomi Osaka offered a moment of reflection on social media, reminding fans and maybe herself about the importance of keeping perspective in high-pressure environments. She wrote a very long Instagram post about it, but the most important quote or paragraph, I should say, was, when I was younger, my dream was to hold the US Open trophy. Winning it seemed like a fairy tale, so I just wanted the chance to hold it. Miraculously, I have 2 of those trophies now. That means I've doubled my wildest dreams, and yet somehow I let the expectations of myself and the expectations of others prevent me from enjoying the rest of my journey, no matter how long or short it may be. And I just have to say, I had a very similar situation in college. Clearly, I am not a professional athlete, nor was I. But I had a very similar situation where I was like way too obsessed with rowing, and like it was a detriment to myself. It's like almost when you're trying too hard, you can never get in flow state.
Yeah.
I think there's a name for it and I'm just forgetting it, but that's like a real thing, is like trying too hard. And I remember, I don't know why I had this moment of clarity, and I don't know why I like was actually able to listen to myself for once, but I remember having this moment being like, if you don't enjoy your senior year of college, you will hate yourself for like the rest of your life, because you're always going to remember like, oh, I was too busy doing X, Y, and Z and not enjoying like the other aspect of it. And as soon as I stopped trying hard, that's when I got good.
That's when the magic happens. I also just think it's like, she got the U.S. Open trophies, right?
Yeah.
She's just going to keep, like, you're never going to be 100% satisfied ever.
Yeah.
You get the accomplishment you think you want your whole life.
Yeah.
And then you're just going to be looking for something else to satisfy you.
I mean, that's like the grass is always greener mindset, you know? And I think, too, beating Serena when she did, I think it was the U.S. Open way back when, I think that was almost the hardest thing to happen to her, because then people were like, oh, well, if she beat the GOAT, then like she's got to be the next GOAT. So then it almost snowballed.
The comparisons start.
Yeah, totally.
It was also sad. I don't know if you saw that press conference that she gave after losing. She just reminded me, I don't know if you saw Inside Out, the movie.
Oh, yeah. It ripped me apart.
Listen, she reminded me of sadness.
Totally.
She's just she was like, I have nothing positive to say about myself right now. It's something I'm working on. And like, one thing I have to say about Naomi is that she always does keep it real. Yeah. Which I can appreciate. I just feel for her. And I feel like she has struggled a lot since having her daughter, and then going through a breakup and dealing with postpartum. Like, yeah, it's a lot. Classic things that women athletes face. Yeah. So I'm thinking of her, and I hope that she can, find her footing again. I also wonder if there's like, because with women's tennis, or not just tennis in general, like you have to keep up your rankings. So we've talked about this before, and I feel like I wonder if part of the reason why she hasn't just like taken a step back to like recalibrate is because of the whole rankings thing.
I'm sure.
You know, it's really sad. Yeah. So we're thinking about her.
Yeah, we are. We are. And also, not for nothing, I feel like my therapist has said this to me before, like, who you are, while it can be challenging sometimes to like rein it in and like be kind to yourself, it's also gotten you where you are in life and like made shit happen for you. So like that I almost think is harder too, because it's like part of this is good for her, but part of it is also, it's a double-edged sword. It's like, that's the very tough part about professional athletes, is like,
you gotta love the you who got there. Listen.
Yeah. Tough.
On the men's side, however, Novak Djokovic continues his pursuit of a record-tying Wimbledon title. Despite a shaky start, he advanced comfortably in his latest match, with tennis legend Roger Federer watching from the stands. Also, his daughter was there from the stands. And she showed us this new move that apparently is a thing among him and his son and his daughter. They call it, in, I guess, Serbian, the pumpa.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
And he said in English it translates to pump it up, based off the song by this artist called Danzel, I believe. Okay. And we all know it. I can sing it.
Go ahead.
Sure, yeah, I will.
Go ahead. Volunteers without being asked.
Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Listen, we did a lot of Across the Floor.
Club remix.
Yeah. We did a lot of Across the Floor to that in dance class. And if you want to see the dance move too, I think it's like, do you want to sing and then I'll do it?
Okay. I don't think I know. Don't you know?
That's
pump
all it is.
up.
I literally just sang it for you.
Okay, wow, yelling. Okay. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. I'm really sorry you had to listen to that. That was brutal.
The things you do
beautiful
for me.
Dance moves though.
Thanks.
He said it was like, I think he said something along the lines of like, this is the first time that Roger's been in attendance to see me actually win. So like, that's good. And I'm just like, oh, love that. And he also made a comment, something along the lines of like, I haven't really reflected on my tennis career because I'm like still in it. Obviously, he said that will come once I've retired and I'm like sipping drinks on a beach with Nadal and Federer or something like that. And I was like, oh, I love these men.
I want like a show about them after.
In like the retirement.
Yeah, retirement
I just want them
phase.
like traveling and like trying new things. And like, I would soak up all of it. I love them so much. Yeah. They're so cute.
I want to see them get a life outside of tennis.
Yeah, me too. Okay, but second to last, Taylor Fritz. So he is advancing to his first ever semifinal at Wimbledon. Congratulations, Mr. Fritz. Now, his girlfriend, Morgan Riddle, some of you may know her. She's very large in the TikTok, Instagram spaces. She also slays the house down with her outfits.
Okay.
Love her outfits. She posted this note that Taylor wrote himself on the bus at Wimbledon on her phone after he lost and dropped out of the top 40 in his Wimbledon loss July 3rd, 2021. And the note says, "Nobody in the whole world is underachieving harder than you. You are so fucking good, but 40 in the world, get your fucking shit together." First of all, love that attitude. Whoa. Again, that's like the hard double-edged sword where it's like you're not accepting anything less than your best.
Right.
And I'm just really happy for him advancing to his sweet little semifinal.
Well, I'm surprised that, I mean, I love that his girlfriend just like shared it for the world.
Yeah, he was like, that was never supposed to be like public, but I mean, okay, like I guess whatever. And I'm just like, yeah, you know what? Sometimes a little peek behind the curtain in this PR world, I appreciate it.
Yes, and also it's like stars. They're just like us. They're also writing like very aggressive notes apps to ourselves and like remembering things.
I just want to see like the next notes app in her phone because it was her phone. So I'm sure it was like this really like angry message from Taylor on one. And then the next one was like butter, milk, eggs, like things to get from the grocery store. And then the next one was like links to like Revolve clothing or something, just like my notes app is. So I loved that.
Yes, I like that.
Okay. And because it wouldn't be Wimbledon without a splash of some celebrity romance, Hollywood stars Andrew Garfield and Monica Barbaro chose Center Court as the venue for their relationship hard launch, arriving hand in hand, showing plenty of PDA. And here is the thing. If you're going to hard launch, Wimbledon is the place to do it. Like,
why Wimbledon?
Because why the hell not? Iconic venue, iconic way to hard launch.
He's also British.
He's British. He's perfect. She's gorgeous. Oh my God. Has anyone ever seen literal angel walking among us? Like
And she was in all white?
Yeah.
She was in all
Wimbledon
white.
whites. She looked pristine. I'm obsessed. Now I will say I always want Andrew Garfield and Amelia de Moldenberg from the Chicken Shop Date. I always want them to end up together. But
so you didn't want, okay, I'm sorry, not to cut you off, but I interviewed him before she did.
Wow.
So, and we had tension.
Did you, I was going to say, did you feel that romance? Like
I did.
Oh, wow.
I did. It was at the A24 HQ also, by the way.
Wow. Wow. I'm sorry that he did that to you.
I know.
Betrayal. But I do always want them to end up together. So
Same.
while I'm rooting for him and Monica,
I'm also praying for their downfall.
yeah, maybe also. Whoops, sorry. But yeah.
It wasn't quite a hard launch either. Like we had known for a little bit.
Yeah.
But like true.
Yeah. Like the
Bot. You know what I mean? That bot moment.
Exactly. Took the words out of my mouth, Blake.
Meanwhile, influencer / model Brooke Snyder was trending on TikTok after she showed up to Wimbledon in a long white skirt.
Yep.
Apparently not the best option though, because her video was captioned, "Tries to be chic, .. starts," and then there's like a little red droplet. And on the back of her white skirt, there was indeed period blood. We've all been there.
We've all been there. And you know what? I appreciate it because in middle school, it seems like the worst thing that could possibly happen to you. And then here we have Miss Supermodel herself, Brooke Snyder, being like, stars. I'm just like you, you know? Just really coming back down, reminding us all, it happens to the best of us, you know?
And at Wimbledon. Center Court.
Yeah. I really will say that me personally, I appreciated this because that is my current conundrum as my wedding is Saturday. And you know what my period app says? It's coming Saturday.
I was gonna ask you that.
Yeah, that's fucked up, Mother Nature.
What is your escape plan?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You haven't planned for this?
A freaking tampon and some prayers to the big man himself. I don't know. Maybe I'll be so stressed that it just like delays a day. That's ideal.
I've done that to myself.
That's ideal.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's probably not ideal. It's probably really bad for my body.
Not for the body, but
I'll take it this one time.
Just a couple of days. I did start, not to be TMI, I started using a period disc.
Couldn't be me.
Why?
I can't do that. No.
What, do you use tampons?
Yeah.
I haven't used a tampon in like 5 years.
Good for you.
I used a cup. And now I'm on the disc.
No, not me.
Honestly, it's amazing. Highly recommend. We can move on.
Yeah, let's before like poor Sheen passes out. Shall we get into our favorite segment, Pretty Boys of the NFL?
I like that.
I mean, who doesn't, you know? So first up, let's hit me with some news, girlfriend. Hit me with the news.
I want to start by saying I feel so embarrassed right now.
Don't be embarrassed.
Because this news does pertain to Stefon Diggs, Cardi B, who last week, as we know, went to a French chateau together. $10,000 a night. He pulled out all the stops. There was a pool inside. And now, Stefon, nowhere to be seen on Cardi B's Instagram.
Cardi, nowhere to be seen on his Instagram.
Right.
You know what that means? Trouble in paradise.
We might have entered breakup city.
I think we might have.
Population, these two.
Yeah, unfortunate.
It's unfortunate. Like I said, I feel embarrassed that we had brought up that story last week, not having seen any signs coming. Truly. It seemed like all was well, except for the boat incident.
I was going to say, here's my theory. I think Boatgate was like the real crux of it all.
Shut up.
And I think that Castlegate was him trying to repair the relationship, just didn't work.
We're just adding gate to anything
I
that's
love
like any gesture.
I love adding gate to anything. Boatgate, perfect name
The
for
castle
it.
wasn't enough.
Castlegate did not work.
Maybe if he hired a historian to give her a tour of the premises, you know what I mean?
so
Like I said,
right.
she's a history buff.
You're so right. He didn't know her like you did.
So we're going to watch this space, watch this relationship, see how it unfolds, you know?
Wait, I just have one quick question. Are you in the camp of if a couple archives all the photos of each other on their Instagram and then they do get back together, should you put those pics back on your grid, or should you keep them off because like embarrassing that you took them off, put them back on kind of vibe?
I'm trying to think if it was me.
You've done this?
No, I haven't done it, but like, I'm thinking like if I was to do it, if this was to happen to me, would I do that? I mean, especially if I was them, I'd just keep them off.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like you got your brand to uphold
Don't
anyway.
Don't bring it back.
There's no need.
Don't bring back the bad memories. Damn it. Yeah. All right. Meanwhile, Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow is embracing his fashion-forward image. In a recent interview, his mom described him as very particular about his clothes and even referred to him as a bit of a fashionista. Now, to that I say, le duh. Because, like, hello. If anyone has been watching this man walk through the tunnel pregame to his NFL games for, I don't know, the last, 4 or 5 years, you would notice this man's is very particular about his outfits. And he walked in the Paris fashion show, I want to say, not last year, maybe it was 2 years ago, at Fashion Week. So I'm like, yeah, obviously.
Okay, yes. Agreed. I think there's something to be said about his mom saying it and validating it. I think that's so cute. I do
think it's cute.
The interview actually came from also the new season of Quarterbacks on Netflix, which comes out I think today, which I will be tuning in for. I don't know why they did 2 seasons of Kirk Cousins. I thought that was a little weird.
I mean, hey.
Given how many quarterbacks are in the league. Whatever. Yeah. I'm not the producer. But the footage of him was so cute. He's like, I like that coat. He's just like a little boy in a little candy shop. For as much of a fashionista as we say he is, though, I want to see him do something with that hair. A couple weeks ago, I was complaining about the headband. Let's forget about that. Yeah. I just feel like something up here to be wow, flashy would really seal the deal for me.
Well, he dyed his hair. He had
bleach blonde.
Yeah, he had the bleach blonde. Was that not flashy for you?
Something didn't have to do with
it. It was quote unquote a bet with a teammate, but it was also interesting timing post breakup. You know, people were coming from my
flashy,
neck
I guess,
when I was saying it was post breakup,
maybe
and I was
a buzz cut.
No. Ew. What are you in 2003?
No. Sometimes a buzz cut is sexy.
You need
trust.
You need therapy.
Trust. My boyfriend got a buzz cut last year, and I was really surprised. My brother is calling me right now.
My brother called me.
What? During this recording?
Crazy. Yeah, I just ignored him.
Yeah,
sorry, Andrew.
I think a buzz cut can look good.
I'm not saying it always looks bad, but it's no.
You don't think Joey B would look good with it?
I mean, I think he would look fine. I just think that that's not really the vibe for men's hair right now.
Okay, fine. Well, also, if you're into Joey B and you want to watch quarterbacks, I did see on the Joe Burrow gossip subreddit that the girls are already screenshotting stills of him and his badonkadonk.
Oh, geez.
From the Netflix docuseries, if you're into that. If you are. I'm not saying you are. You specifically, Caroline, or our listener, but if you are, it's there. The girl I saw it I was forced to see it. So,
and this is why sometimes you should stay off Reddit,
just to let you know what you're getting yourselves into.
And last little thing on Joe Burrow, before we transition, I just have to say, ESPN posted an article with the title, Burrow Home Burglary, Altered Batmobile Plans. And I just have to say, be fucking for real, ESPN. That is the wildest article title you could ever put out there.
All I needed was the article title. I know the whole story.
Yeah.
His Batmobile plans were on pause.
Yes, because he got burglarized and he realized, okay, I have different priorities now.
Yeah.
I need to spend my money. Maybe not on Batmobiles. Right now.
Because he was a little scared too. I
get that.
I did a lot of digging about this docuseries. It seems like it really did affect him, which I understand.
Yeah.
He might even move, rumor has it.
I mean,
he may have even moved already.
Exactly. Who are we to know?
We don't know.
Exactly.
We don't know.
Exactly.
He doesn't want us to know.
And that's the whole point, Blake. That's the whole point. Alrighty, we continue playing the field with the WNBA. Some big headlines this week, starting with a goat getting her flowers. Sue Bird will be the first WNBA player to receive a statue, and it's coming next month. Bird, who played all 21 seasons of her career with the Storm, will be present for the unveiling outside of Climate Pledge Arena on August 17th. And the only thing that I have to say about this is that whoever did D-Wade's statue better not be doing Miss Bird.
We can't see that again.
Do not disrespect our queen like that.
Miss Bird with her gorgeous curls.
And honestly, such an iconic moment of being the first WNBA player to get a statue.
We cannot mess this up.
Do not do that dirty. Nope. All statue makers out there, I cannot do your craft, but don't mess it up.
And we will be reporting on this next month.
Obviously.
You know
all
that.
All facial details, the curls down to a T. Don't you dare. Not a hair on her head misplaced. That's all we have to say. But anyways, congrats to Sue Bird.
Congrats to Sue Bird.
Huge accomplishment.
Honestly, her podcast is really fun to listen. She has 2 podcasts now.
Yeah, I mean, hello. If she's going to do anything, she's going to do it to the nth degree.
It's very entertaining if you're into the WNBA. So you should listen. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark continues to give us some very juicy content. In this case, she went viral again, this time for an Instagram live stream that they did, the Fever did really, after the Commissioner's Cup.
Yeah.
Where the Fever beat the Lynx, and the girls were celebrating in the locker room.
As they should.
I think some drinks were had.
For sure.
I'm going to guess, because they were kind of going a little crazy.
They were feeling loose.
And so this first bit, Caitlin and the team, they give a shout out to Red Panda.
Yeah.
Our fallen angel. She's not actually dead. She's not
she
dead
just
at all,
was
actually.
injured.
She has
She's
a broken
injured.
wrist.
Yeah.
So Red Panda, if you don't know who that is, she is this woman. She rides an 8-foot unicycle or 9-foot unicycle in the air, and she also balances,
flips the plates under her head.
Yeah, she has these bowls.
Yeah, she's an icon. And if you don't know who Red Panda is, shame on you.
Yeah, she comes from a family of acrobats.
Well, I mean, I believe it. Hello.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, she had a little oopsie.
Yeah, and then Caitlin paid her respect to Red Panda.
As she should. Then we had Sophie Cunningham coming onto the screen at one point during the live. She had a little bit of, people were saying that it's twerking, and by people I mean Blake. That wasn't a twerk, that was a booty shake.
The internet is calling it twerking. I can show you what a booty shake is right now, and a twerk.
I don't know if I want
I'm raising my voice because I know I'm right and you're wrong.
Okay, well, you're not. So anyways, I would say that was a booty shake because Sophie Cunningham can twerk. She has evidence of that on her TikTok, and it's in slow-mo. So if you feel the need to say, Sophie Cunningham, that wasn't a good twerk, go to her TikTok, watch the slow-mo vid, then come back to me. That's all. Then also, my favorite moment was when Caitlin was reading. It was on Sydney Colton's phone that the live was happening, I believe. And so she gets a text, and Caitlin goes, "You just got a text from someone named Daddy." And Sydney was like, "Yeah, my dad." And Caitlin was like, "Oh, that's my bad."
What do you have your dad saved as in your phone?
Carl with some hearts. Yeah.
Mine's just Dad.
I mean, yeah. Run of the mill.
Yeah.
But I get it. If you call your dad Daddy, okay, sure.
I don't.
It's here's the thing. It's not their fault that this word has gotten used in the
it's
way
been,
that it's being used now.
Honestly, it's men's fault.
Yeah, it is.
It's men's fault.
All the way back.
I think.
I mean, I think you're right. And then she also, she had a little shout out to Kathy Engelbert, the WNBA commissioner. She said, "You make more for this," aka winning the Commissioner Cup, than you do if you're a champion. Someone tell Kathy to help us out.
Yeah, I didn't know this.
Yeah, I didn't either. I don't think that's very highly publicly publicized or highly known.
Yeah.
I was kind of shook.
They make 11,000 something for the championship game and for this.
Because it all gets divvied up amongst the players and all that. Yeah.
Had no idea. But Kathy
getting the
ripe shout out on
Kathy,
Instagram Live.
you have some work to do, Kathy.
Yeah. Last thing we want to mention on the Instagram Live was that
It was full of all the drama.
So much stuff.
All the drama.
I mean, this wasn't really drama, but Tyrese Halliburton did give them a shout out while they were live.
Yes.
And I also just like really quickly want to circle back to the Sophie Cunningham thing because I don't think she twerked very well, but I have to respect a girl for putting herself out there.
She does that.
She put herself out there creatively. God forbid.
God forbid. But I mean, she also has been making kind of the circuit.
She's been really in the press this week.
In other
Because
news.
last week, I don't think we got to talk about it on the show because it happened after, but when the new expansion teams in the league were announced, she was kind of just like, think about where the players want to go. Like, nobody really wants to go to Cleveland, Detroit. They want to go to Miami, Nashville, Kansas City.
Yeah.
People did not like that.
Yeah, no, they did not. Particularly the cities of Detroit and Cleveland. They were not very happy with her.
Yeah, actually the city of Detroit tweeted this one thing. They said the last time we were home to a WNBA team, the Detroit Chalk, we ranked top 5 in attendance for 5 straight seasons, number 1 in attendance for 3 straight seasons, and set a single game attendance record of 22,076 fans at Game 3 of the 2003 WNBA finals.
Yeah, they said, hold my beer. I'm going to come with receipts. They did.
Literally.
And then Sophie, they did.
Sophie did like try and backtrack and be like, no disrespect. Like, I come from a working class family.
Blue collar family, yeah.
I just think that somewhere else, like my Sophie in Miami could be more interesting.
Here's the thing. I understand what she was saying. If I was a professional athlete and the choices were Cleveland, which I can't step foot in the state of Ohio unless I'm under duress. But whether it's a city like Cleveland or it's like Miami, I feel like there's just a little bit of a bigger scene in Miami. I think that was maybe what she was more hinting
I think
at.
the delivery was a little...
For sure. Got to work on that PR training a little bit. Yeah. However, I think I
also
understood the sentiment.
Though, you know?
I mean, hey, she's saying what everyone was thinking. Sorry.
I would like to go to Detroit.
Detroit's fun. I've been there a bunch.
Michigan.
I've been there a bunch.
Sorry.
Notice how I didn't disrespect Detroit. I disrespected Ohio.
Right.
And that's
Let us not forget.
A reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was also a little bit of the news. I think it's time for Send It.
Yeah, let's just send it.
Okay, so first up, this might kill us, honestly. So this has been making the headlines this week, I would say, is Miss Iga Swiatek. She has a favorite post-match meal, a pasta dish topped with fresh strawberries, but there's also sour cream in there. It's giving like Wimbledon summer meets chaos carbo loading / like definitely not Italian because this is, to me, sacrilegious to my Italian roots.
I think this is Caroline's grandma's 13th reason.
But this is my grandma. Like, if my grandma's watching this, grandma, turn it off because this is
when you turn it off.
This is not good. So we have prepared Iga's meal.
Okay, also, I need you all to know, strawberries are like my number 1 hated food. I hate strawberries. I've never eaten them. I've tried them, but every time I hate them, I hate the smell. I hate the way they make your fingers sticky.
So, like, Blake actually might puke.
Yeah. And also, I don't like anything that's pink. Like, I don't like eating pink foods.
Do you know when or why this started for you?
It's just always been a thing. Like, whenever I got an ice cream sundae and there was a maraschino cherry on top, I would whip off the whipped cream because it was dyed red.
That's so interesting.
And now I never eat I don't eat smoothies that are pink because I don't like the color pink as a food. I don't know why. I don't know what happened to me.
Yeah, you got to explore
Caroline
that trauma.
Caroline is like being too brave about this.
I mean, hey, if you're going to do something, do it with your full chest. Am I right? Okay. Okay, so Iga, this is real. This is live. And Iga's little sour cream moment with, I just can't believe that this is what people do to pasta. How dare you? Okay.
Hey, it's cultural.
No, it's not.
Did you salt the pasta at all? Like, is there any... Fuck.
I gotta be honest.
You guys think I'm being dramatic. I'm not. I actually want to record a video of myself because the thing is
kind of better than I thought.
No.
I hate to admit it, but it's actually not terrible?
Okay.
Question mark.
Well, my Foodstagram followers know that I hate pink foods and they know that I hate red berries, and so I have to
So they're coming along for this journey.
Oh my God.
Blake,
smell.
I believe in you. Blake?
Also, did you know, I know this is sour cream, but it's akin to yogurt, and I only started eating yogurt like 2 years ago.
This is, oh my God, this woman. Anyways, you got it. Get a strawberry in there. Come on. Do it with your chest. I believe in you. I believe in you. Just close your eyes and take a bite.
Sorry, my eyes are tearing up.
Just don't think about what you're eating. I also was very specifically not next to the mic as I was chewing because I'm not giving you guys ASMR. That shit's scary.
I have little tears in my eyes.
But like, how do you feel like it tastes? Terrible? Not good. Why don't you?
I can't speak.
Why don't you grab that napkin?
That's what I'm gonna do. I really fucking hate it.
Okay. Well, anyway, she tried it and she didn't throw up. So you know what?
No.
This is actually incredible. I'm really proud of you. I'm really, really proud of you. And she just took Sean's drink for herself. Take a sip of your coffee. Take a sip of your coffee. There you go. It's okay. Everything's fine. Anyway, so I just scarred our sweet girl. No, just leave it there. Don't touch it.
I feel lost.
You are lost.
I was transported.
I personally actually was surprised by the way that it tasted. It wasn't terrible. However, it does feel sacrilegious to do that to pasta. Blake clearly was a fan. She's such a big fan. She's speechless.
I'm sweating. I actually really hated that.
Well, I'm
like
proud
the first
of you for
bite
doing
was
it.
fine. Also, you cooked the pasta amazing. It's
Thank
like
you.
nice and al dente.
It's almost like
a true Italian. It was just like the more I bit the strawberry,
the worse it got.
like you see I have like the 1,000-yard stare right now.
Yeah, I
I have
know.
like war flashbacks. I don't know.
Okay, you go to your next sentence so that you don't have to think about it anymore.
Okay, I'll try. Okay, so this is not going to even compare to the last one because it was so experiential. But Cate Blanchett is apparently now competing with Zendaya.
Oh.
With her Challengers promo run because while she was at Wimbledon, her glasses were so reflective that they literally reflected the entire Wimbledon green because it's grass. Nice. Drew, like you could down to the lines. Like you could see the white lines. You could see a player on the thing.
It looked exactly like the promo.
Did.
Yeah.
And I saw this come up in pitch and I was reading about it before and I was like, are we sure this isn't like Photoshop? I was really concerned. I was like, are we sure this is not fake news?
Did you get to the bottom of it?
I went on to Getty Images and it was real.
Wow.
And it was just like the way that the sunglasses were reflecting truly in the light in that moment. She was sat in a spot called the Royal Box, and it's an invite-only area for British and overseas royal families, heads of governments, people from the world of tennis,
Okay,
yada yada.
so Cate Blanchett is a big deal.
Yeah, but she's
As
also
if
Australian, so she's not.
Interesting.
But she has played the Queen a couple times, I believe. So.
You know, to each their own.
The more you know.
Okay. My other one, now give me some slack for the way that I pronounce this. I'm trying my best, but I think I got it down. Casimir Kaskasuo posted a video. He is a hockey player. He has played in the NHL. I believe he currently plays in the ECHL, which is like 2 leagues down from the NHL. He posted a video showing his helmet hockeys, LOL, his hockey helmets throughout his career. And like, he's a goaltender, so they're all decorated kind of crazy. But it was his frickin' diva daughter, who, I don't know, maybe she's like 6 or something, who stole the show. I'm obsessed with her. If my future daughter is not like this, I don't want her. I don't mean that. But she comes on camera, like, to start the video, and she goes, "My daddy is going to show you his helmets, and you better be nice." And then she gives the stink eye in the background of the video the entire time. She goes like the "I'm looking at you" hands, and then she goes, at the end, she goes, "You better comment something nice." And I'm like, yeah, girl, you tell him.
It was so cute.
Pop off.
Have you seen this trend before?
What trend?
It's a trend on TikTok.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's like moms are like, "My son's going to show you his Lego collection. You better say something nice.
Oh, no.
Don't you think about saying anything mean."
Oh, no, that's iconic.
You should
that
do
she
it with
did it.
Scott and his hat collection.
Oh my God, no. He doesn't need any encouragement in that department. Trust me.
Damn. Okay, fine. All right, last end it was over at Wrigley Field. Miss Alex Cooper of the Daddy Gang. She got quite the chilly reception for singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
Yeah.
Does it have an official title?
No, I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which I didn't realize that was sung.
Well, it's also like the way that I think it's done at the Cubs game is a very iconic way. Usually you're supposed to like lean over the railing and really engage the crowd. And I think maybe that's why she got so many boos.
Well, she's also kind of laughing her way through it.
Yeah, and she kind of made like a performance out of it. And I think they didn't appreciate that. I mean, I thought it was funny because, hey.
Right. I'm not a major MLB person. Sorry.
MLB person. Yeah.
Right. So I wasn't as offended, but many people felt that she did not honor the song.
Yeah.
I said,
the tradition.
Of course.
Yes.
And I really thought that that was just like a song that everybody knew that we like learned growing up for some reason.
Yeah.
Like I didn't realize it had a purpose. So the more you know.
I do feel like though, as a non-professional singer, I don't think I could sing that song seriously. You know, like it just doesn't.
I would probably put on like a New York accent, even though it doesn't have.
They would probably boo you too.
Take me out to the ball game.
Okay, you're done. Which
Crack
one?
A Jacks.
I know. Oh my God, it never ends.
Okay, I'm done.
What was your favorite? Send it. I know, obviously, other than the berries and cream pasta.
So, first of all, I'm getting wafts of it because it's right behind me.
Okay, I'll put
that
back
there
on
behind
soon.
me. I think I did that actually.
You did. You blacked out.
So, despite having like the worst time of my life like 2 minutes ago, truly, like I haven't tested myself in such ways in a long time.
I'm really proud of you.
I'm gonna say that was my favorite.
Wow.
Because I think it was, I learned about Iga's culture. She's Polish. It's a Polish dish, apparently.
Polish need to talk to the Italians.
Right. We need to bring these two together.
Yeah, come on. Let's have some
Romeo
talks.
and Juliet,
Yeah.
And I'm proud of myself for doing something brave. So
I'm proud of you too.
even though I hated that, and like I don't want to do that again, and that's going directly in the garbage.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like my stomach is rumbling from just
from the
even one bite.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because I think it was a spoonful of sour cream, so that was delightful.
I did go heavy on the sour cream, thinking it would make it less bad.
Way too much.
I think it didn't.
I think that was also my favorite, more so just because you tried it, and it was a very fun interactive experience for us to have together.
We should do more like that.
Maybe not gross food.
I honestly had many opportunities. I could have twerked. I could have booty shaked. I ate the pasta. I sang.
Well, the viewers can vote on what they want to see next. More singing, more twerking, or more pasta eating. Okay, well, that's it, I guess, for this episode of Well Played. I won't be here next week, but this cutie girl who just mastered the strawberries will be. And
follow CG Hendy for updates about the wedding, to see the dress, to see the ring,
You betcha.
to see the first look video that I'm sure we'll see promptly after.
And just know this, I will cry all my makeup off within the first 30 seconds of seeing Sweet Boy Scott. So it's fine. It's like, who pays for makeup anyways?
I'm
you know?
excited to see your sister's recap. I'm sure she'll do a great
Oh,
job.
for sure. But yeah, make sure you're also following BLAAA 4Ks E. Hell yeah. And The Skim. And I think that's all for us now. Until next time, thanks for listening to Well Played.
The only podcast in a league of its own.